that Charlotte Warriors game on Friday night, and the Warriors are no dummies. They are no dummies. Hey, when should we announce the contract extension? How about 5 minutes before tip-off of the easiest game you'll ever play in your life?
Come on, Raymond Ritter.
Perfect. No, nailed it. Exactly.
What about during Willard and Dibs?
That.
Honestly? I mean, can you throw us a bone? Can you give us a 5:30 leakage, or as the French would say, a leakage?
You could open the interview and be like, Steve, did we lose you? And he'd be like, on the contrary.
Yeah, right?
I've got an announcement to make.
See?
And then the dog would start barking in the background, and he'd be like, cut it out. I got something to say.
You're getting some really good dog food tonight. Biscuits.
So literally, as our butts are getting in our seats, my phone,
yep.
One of them was you. And Grandy maybe started it. Did you start that thread?
I think so.
When Steve Kerr got the contract extension on Friday night, did you start the thread?
I think Dibs might have.
Or did Dibs?
That would be rare that I was first.
Exactly.
It actually might have been me.
Were you first? Yeah, because I was making my way into the arena. We're getting all the food, getting everybody situated.
Oh, yeah.
Did you start it?
7:06.
What'd you say?
Woj bomb after the show.
Woj bomb after the show.
And you actually swore.
I did?
You said, O-S.
I did?
At 7:12.
That was all the time I had. I'm like, I got to get to my seats.
Grandy, of course, with a self-promotional, I'll break it all down on Warriors.
He's like, I got it, guys. I got it.
And then no one responded.
Yeah. Well, the game started. The game started.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I was chasing an 18-month-old at that point.
$17.5 million per year.
That's an overpay, Mark.
And I immediately looked at that and I went, now hold on a second. I got something to say about this contract.
Right.
You ready? I'm ready to unload. I got 2 words for y'all. Who cares?
But, Mark, it's going to affect their ability to...
What?
To... prices for my... are going to... They won't be able to... The owner... It's not...
I love the Warriors.
Yeah.
I love all our people over there. I hope that they don't get mad at me for saying this.
Do it. You won't.
But if you wanted as a fan to get upset about something financial, how about rather than the $17.5 million that Kerr will make, how about the $170 that it took me to feed 5 people?
Yeah. $170 million.
No, just 170.
Okay.
170. But I mean, that was with we didn't go back for popcorn or drinks or anything.
Is that with the Chase discount?
It is. And no alcohol.
Get out of here.
None. No, I'd already pre-partied on the show. Don't you remember?
I do remember.
Okay, so I'd had my 1 drink maximum. So
look.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's all a rumor. It didn't happen. But the point
it happened at 5:55.
Point is if you're going to get hot and bothered about something, why not make it that? Because quite frankly, $170 to most of us is a hell of a lot more consequential than $17.5 million is to Joe Lacob.
Right.
It affects nothing. It affects absolutely nothing. It's what I've been trying to say all year. Do you want Steve Kerr as your coach or not? And we've had so many people, I wouldn't pay him. Why? This is chump change to Joe Lacob. Second highest valuation of any franchise in American sports. And we're worried about what he pays the coach? Just tell me if he's staying or not. That's it. I don't care about anything else. Why do people care about what they care about? Why do you care that Steve Kerr's making $17.5 million a year? I fail to see what this affects.
That's one I don't get. And, if you want to talk about how it affects you as a consumer, well, you're wrong. Because if they would have paid Steve Kerr $1 million a year over 2 years, your food costs still would have been $170. That wouldn't have gone down if they paid Steve Kerr less, and it wouldn't have gone up if they paid Steve Kerr more. They charge you what they charge you, the consumer, because they can. And this broke earlier today. I'm sure you saw this in one of your emails, but the Warriors are offering no ticket fees for the final 10 home games of the regular season.
Starting tomorrow at 2:00, you can take advantage of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that. So in light of what you, the consumer, are getting as a break, well, there you go. No ticket fees. But
Which oddly Woj has not tweeted about.
right.
But I find this to be way more important than what Steve Kerr makes.
It's more impactful to you, the fan.
Absolutely.
So if you want to go to the Chicago game, the Spurs, the Knicks, the Grizzlies, Pacers, Mavericks, Jazz, Pelicans, the Jazz again, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, well, now's your chance. You've got no fees. And you don't have to worry about Joe Lacob giving Steve Kerr 35 large, really large, extra large over the next 2 years, because that won't affect your ticket fees or your Tacolicious or your IPA or your fancy margarita that's $27. All that is going to be the same and probably will tick up a little bit,
of course,
as years go by.
That's life, yeah.
That's life.
I went to the, I don't know, Tacolicious has done a good job because it's the only one, it's the only name that I can remember.
Yeah,
of
it's
all
like
the
section 118 or something right down there.
We were up in the Deuce on Friday night, so we were up top, and I didn't see Tacolicious.
Yeah,
but
it's down low.
we went to a bistro and got an absurdly large cheeseburger.
Okay.
Like an absurdly large cheeseburger, and I ate it.
Solo.
All of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely Christy even looked at me about 2/3 of the way through it. She goes, "Oh my God, you're going to finish that thing." And I'm like, "Why did you think otherwise?"
Right.
That's why I bought it.
I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat it.
Right.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat the fries too.
Wow.
Go on.
And that was probably, for a mega burger and fries, probably $26.
Wow. I think you absolutely nailed it.
Really?
I know the burger was 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think
fries were an easy 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. You've been to Chase before.
But yeah. And so if you get that same burger and fries at a place like, I don't know, we'll just use In-N-Out as a random pick, that would probably be
for
about
$26
$11.
I could pretty much feed the whole family.
Right.
For $26.
And that's the cost of going to these entertainment vehicles. I went to the Leisure Center last night, actually yesterday afternoon, for a matinee musical theater performance. Got a beer and a glass of wine for the lovely supper.
How eclectic you are.
And that was actually the musical was called Mystic Pizza after the movie. It was incredible.
Julia Roberts' first film.
Correct.
Yes.
Matt Damon as well.
Yeah.
This musical was incrable.
Matt Damon was in Mystic Pizza?
I think so.
That doesn't feel right.
And if somebody told me that.
I went, whoa, this is a hard stop. I could be wrong, but I do not think. Wasn't the one with.
Yeah, he played Steamer.
His name was Steamer?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yours was too after you had that burger and fries. Am I right? Yeah.
It was his first movie?
Here it is. It's a pick right there. Score one for the Dibber.
I don't even remember that.
Score one for the Dibber.
I'm looking at a picture of
Child
it, and I don't
actor.
remember that scene.
Anyway, the point of the story is my IPA and her Chardonnay was a clean 23, 25 with tip. That's just the cost of being out and about.
Sure.
But it had nothing to do with the price that they were paying these actors, and it has nothing to do with the price that they pay Steve Kerr.
I mean, the bigger question...
It doesn't affect us.
No, the bigger question for me, and like, I don't necessarily understand this one either, but we've been doing this long enough, and especially this year, to know that some of you do. Like, y'all have questions about whether or not Steve Kerr should be the coach of this team going forward? I have none. I have absolutely none. That, for me, that was the only question that anyone needed to ask, other than does he want to be the coach? And we've asked him that multiple times this year, and he has said the same thing every time. Yes, period. I'm not done coaching. I don't want to be done coaching. I don't want to be done coaching the Warriors. I want to be here. It is simply a negotiation over financial figures, which now we get $17.5 million. Yes, it's a negotiation sensation. I realize that.
Thank you.
So
tired of staring at you.
Your eyebrow was about to leave your head. But anyway, yeah. So like I don't care about the money. The question simply is, do you want Steve Kerr as the coach? And I'm such an incredibly firm yes on that topic that it was like, pay him $35 a year instead of over $2. I don't care.
Who cares?
Joe Lacob, I'm supposed to care. I'm supposed to care about what the Warriors are privately doing with their money. That's essentially what it is.
Right.
I don't care at all. What I did care about is whether or not that thing was going to get done. because we only got like 25 plus games left here. And I've got Bob Myers PTSD, and it was starting to feel a little bit like that. But you know, they tried at every turn to say, no, don't worry. And,
right.
and this time they were right.
And we got the word last week that they were reportedly close to signing a deal. And you and I talked about what close would mean. Is it a week? Is it 2 weeks? Is it a month? Is it 2 months? It turned out to be about 2 or 3 days. They were that close to signing the deal. And it's 2 years, which means when Steph is up, he's up, and Draymond would have 1 more year after that, and Wiggins would have 1 more year if he's still here and if he opts in. So this all feels not quite like a last dance vibe, but it does feel like there's kind of an end date to it now because Steph's got 2 more, as mentioned. Draymond's got 3 more, and Klay, we don't know, but I do kind of agree with Goo about this meaning that maybe Klay will stick around. I think Klay enjoys playing for Steve.
I do think
if the money is at least close to being right, I think he stays. Maybe he gets a 2-year deal as well, to where he and Steph and Steve Kerr, they all end on or at the same date.
Yeah, amazing. Incredible.
Right?
I think.